Well, if we trace, the last few years, we will see that China has established, both formal and informal relationship with the leadership of the Taliban. And now that the US has left Afghanistan, China see it as a great opportunity, to expand its economic hegemony to Afghanistan. And China see Afghanistan, as a potential, a source for quenching its thirst for mineral, because Afghanistan, tops almost 3 trillion worth of untapped minerals, which also include copper, among others. And copper, is highly in demand for Chinese, rising industry. So for China, it is also a great opportunity, to invest in Afghanistan and, take its mineral from there. But historically, if we see, Afghanistan is always dependent on foreign aid. It was, British Empire at one time, then the Soviet Union, then the US, and now the Taliban are trying to find some potential partner who would support the country economically, because they think US might not be, a reliable option. And China is also eager, to help or fill that gap because of its own national interest. We see, the One Belt, One Road initiative. The Taliban has recently also stated that, they want Chinese, government to invest in Afghanistan and also provide the country with humanitarian support. So this was a green signal, for the Taliban, eagerness or interest, to have good relationship with China. And the Taliban, I think, now is a more rational actor rather than, believing in ideological things. Because if we see Chinese policies toward Uyghur Muslims, they seems to be very, very brutal. And the Taliban, who say they represent Islam, the question is how the Taliban will keep silent on that issue. Will it deteriorate China and Taliban relationship? And I think the best answer might be that the Taliban are now more pragmatic, leadership. They will keep their ideological difference aside, at least for time being, because now what the Taliban want is economic support. So they will, keep the Chinese domestic, they will be away from the Chinese domestic interference, especially when it comes to Uyghur Muslim, and they will focus on more, enhancing the bilateral relationship. And this is how, the things are unfolding. But one shall, keep that in mind that the Chinese are very shrewd, government. They will always prioritize their interest. And what happened, or what the past has shown, is that if Afghanistan is more dependent on China, Afghanistan can be trapped in Chinese loan trap strategy. So this is one thing that the Taliban leadership should keep in mind. Unlike West, which may be, offering aid, unlike China offer in a different condition. Because we saw Pakistan, which is already in huge debt because of the One Belt, One Road initiative, also known as in Pakistan, EPIC. So all those things, build and contribute to Chinese grand strategy. And maybe I think in the future, Chinese government will see whether Afghanistan is a right place to invest massively. And I don't think so they will immediately, put or throw their resources into Afghanistan, because they will take in consideration the security situation. And of course, how the Taliban rule the country. So keeping in mind all those actors, China will pursue their foreign policy accordingly.